Hey guys, it's Tag from Dad of 6. I'm back. I was a little MIA for a little while, just things at work and at home and just life in general. Didn't really have time to make any videos. The ones that I had tried working on, I just had sitting on the SD card with just footage. So I decided to start new since it's a new year. So Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I did get the old Suburban running, and you know, it's got an inspection sticker on it, so this is my only mode of transportation, and I have to work on getting some gaskets replaced on the oil cooler. That had one of them failed yesterday, and I had smoke going everywhere and oil all over the driveway. So I'm outside in the garage today. Still don't have that finished, so hopefully that will be a project we can work on together, hopefully soon this spring. Little update on what has been going on here. The Suburban that I rebuilt the transmission on, I did sell it. Didn't really get what I wanted for it, but I've sold the vehicle. Glad the new owner can use it. Did all I was really going to be able to do with it once I got that transmission replaced. I do have another project that we're going to be working on soon. I can just show you a real quick one. We've got a 2001 BMW 740i Sport, and it's not running. I got to get that fixed. I haven't really figured out what's wrong with that yet. It tries to start but won't run, and I'm worried that I've got some problems with the computer and the anti-theft system on it, so I got to look at that. But that's another project for another day. But today we're going to be doing this on the Suburban. We're going to be working on replacing those oil cooler gaskets, and we've also got to bleed the brakes. Oh, and thanks to the magic of editing, I wanted to share this with you. And so we're going to do some work on this today. You're going to already see something you don't see very often. Life in a small town. Where else can you see someone riding around on a riding lawnmower for their only mode of transportation? Anyhow, the first thing I have to fix is right up in there. There's a remote oil cooler on this Suburban, and it goes in where there's an adapter set up where the fuel filter, where the oil filter screws on. There's a gasket up inside that housing that has failed, and I had water, I can't even think today, it's cold. Had oil going all over the place, and you know, it just left a big puddle on the driveway, and I had smoke coming out from underneath the bottom of the car when I was on my way to work yesterday. So luckily it's just a gasket, which I was able to find at our local auto parts place. So we've got to take that off and put that new gasket on, and then we're going to bleed the brakes. The nice thing is I don't have to jack this thing up. I was just able to climb right underneath it. And it's been a while since I've had a vehicle that I could actually fit under. So we're going to get started on that. Alright, so the gasket kit that I got is a Fel-Pro, and came in a whole kit. You know, I've only had one gasket that has gone bad, but since it came with all of them that are in this thing, I'm just going to go ahead and replace all of them while we've got it taken apart. Alright, so there's the oil cooler adapter. I've got it disconnected. It's attached up in the block with there. And there's a paper gasket that's gone. I got to get a razor blade scraper, or a razor blade, and scrape it off by hand. And let me move the light. So I've got to get that cleaned out. You can see where I've already kind of started with it, but there's a letter view of the adapter, and there's also a rubber ring gasket that goes in there. And we'll just get that cleaned up and then put it back on there. And I'm using the light that I bought from Harbor Freight. It's pretty nice. You know, there's a lot of reviews on these on YouTube. I'm not going to do a review for it, but this is like the best money I think I've ever spent. And I use it around the house and everything else, not just in the car. You know, it's got high and low, and then there's a flashlight at the very end of it that you can get up in places and everything. So it's been a pretty nice little light. And the fact that it's rechargeable, got oil on it. The fact that it's rechargeable, you know, it's kind of nice too. So let me just keep working on this until I get it done. Okay, well, I got the adapter put back in. I'm just waiting for a new oil filter to come and then put 2 more quarts of oil back in because I think that's about what I lost with this. And now it's time to move on to the brakes. Alright guys, so I've been out here working on this thing all day. I got the oil cooler gaskets replaced, I got the new filter put on, I got the oil put back in, and I went to bleed the brakes and just really didn't have time to put the video on and do that part of it, but I did get the brakes bled. Broke off one of the bleeding screws on the front caliper, so I have to get that fixed. But it's running, it runs good, and this is what, you know, my daily driver is. And I've had fun working on it, and when kid number 3 gets his driver's license, this is what he's going to be driving. So until then, 73.